This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
On a Monday morning, hello there. It's 6:08, Philly Joe and Vicki. Joe, give us some good news. Mild weather, milder weather on the way this week, starting today.
All week, yeah.
All right.
-1 to -5, and then by the weekend, they're even saying +3 for Saturday. That's one of those, who knows what +3 is going to feel like. Like even today, the wind, north wind, right? Going to make things a little cooler, but yeah, things are starting to warm up for the beginning of March.
Looking at the long range, and that can always change, I don't see any -20s in the mix. Like, it's all pretty mild for the next little while.
I think we can all agree, we can speak for everyone when we say those -20s. Even, were we not, into the -30s with the wind chill over the weekend at some point?
Definitely.
I think if we're done with that, we're okay.
Well, are we?
I'm okay if we're what I'm saying is we can be done with that. I think we're all okay, that's enough of the super cold weather.
I was hoping during spring break to really just hammer down everybody about a -35, -40 wind chill. No, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good going into March. So March is a weird month, though.
Yeah, exactly. So. You never know.
Wouldn't be surprised to see more snow. I mean, that's just part of Manitoba climate, snow in March, even into April. But that -30 stuff, that can go away now. I'm good. I've had my fill.
Totally.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. It was pretty, I did not expect that deep freeze. It was like, whoa, what are we doing here? It just kind of, it came at us, hit us with a sledgehammer.
Well, how about that wind on Friday? It was nasty.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I got to start calling
81. It was gusting.
Calling you in the morning, Joe, before I get up, because before I leave for work, because I put a smaller coat on this morning. But that north wind, it was. You're exactly right. As soon as you walk out, I see the temperature. I'm like, yeah, lighter coat day today. And then I step outside, and like you always say, how is that nice day gonna feel when you get to that wind?
Yeah, my grandpa taught me that a long time ago. He worked for CN outside all the time. He said he didn't care what the minus was in the wind chill, but if there was a north wind, you would really feel it.
That's right. Put on your big coat today.
Yeah, I could have used a puffy coat, but I'm sitting here with my thin coat, damn it.
You're trying to be cool in high school.
That's what
with your slides.
That's right.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the bone phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
Hey, it's the recently retired biker guy again. What kind of a dumbass city do we live in where we have major thoroughfares being blocked for 20 to 25 minutes by freaking trains during high power, high rush times? Who's running this crap? Give it up already. Get it out of town.
Yeah, it's a major part of the economy. We all get it, but it doesn't make it any less annoying when you hit one. And sometimes I'll go through a couple a day, like a 48-hour span, and it's that train crossing right by my house out in Canterbury Park, Ravenhurst, as you head towards Dugald. And I'll hit that train, I feel like twice a day. You just go through really rough patches, and some of them.
Transcone is a rough train area. I just got caught on one on Thursday.
St. Boniface, they're everywhere. That's the problem. But there isn't there some kind of study being done right now that's going to last a couple of years to see what they could do about moving some of these tracks on the outskirts of town?
This study is going to take a couple of years?
Yeah.
Put an underpass.
Well,
isn't that the answer?
A lot goes into. Well, it sounds like, Joe, you're talking about a study that would move a lot of this out of town.
The trains would move outside the city limits.
See.
They would be able to keep running then whenever and not cause some traffic gridlock.
It's funny. Back in the day, you wanted trains to come through your city. That was the sign of big business.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Not
some
anymore.
cities have grown out of that.
Yeah.
Well, it just. Yeah, I mean, our gridlock's terrible.
Yeah.
These overpasses for trains that they build or underpasses or whatever are so expensive.
They are, and they take a long time. Boy, oh boy.
And there's
is this study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's infrastructure around the where the crossings are that would have to be moved.
Yeah.
There's just so much that goes into it. Okay, a request. The bone phone, man, it gets things done, and people are starting to get it.
This isn't really a phone as it is more of a request, because I know the bone phone gets things done. The on-ramp off the perimeter onto Brookside going southbound. Right at the top. Maybe we could get the highways department to get some cold mix in there. Man, every time I go over that, it just throws the truck sideways. Oh, she's pretty rough, boys. You know, let's get her done. Let's get something happening here. Thanks. Have a good one.
Okay. We'll see.
Got a red flag a few spots like that. That's good.
That's right. The banker. Haven't heard from the banker in a while on the bone phone. I don't think we have, and he has
a couple weeks.
Was it a couple weeks? Yeah. Okay. He has a question that he'd like answered, courtesy of the bone phone and the text line.
Hey guys, the banker here. I know one time when I called in, you guys suggested we should find an accountant or a lawyer to join the show for consultation purposes. But what I'm wondering is if there's a mechanic on the bone phone list of people. Wondering how often we're supposed to get our oil changed. I know the oil change places say 5,000 kilometers, but I use synthetic oil. Wondering, I've read you can do 7,000 miles, or even 10,000. I've read somewhere. So, would like to hear what a mechanic has to say. Have a good day.
That'll get answered. We do have mechanics on the text line for sure.
We do.
Yeah, and even one or two that have called the bone phone in the past.
I'm guessing it's 10,000 to 15,000 kilometers on synthetic oil. Just a guess. Never changed oil in my life. Use olive oil a lot as an Italian, but that's just my guess. Educated, non-educated guess.
All right, let's see if you're right, Joe. Hey, listen, this is a slippery slope. If Joe's right here,
that's right.
He becomes the unofficial mechanic if he nails that. Okay, I kind of wondered if this would happen. Watching Connor Hellebuck be an absolute stud at the Olympics. If when he got back with the Jets and, you know, he wasn't as good as he was at the Olympics, would people start to get annoyed?
The Jets game just ended. We lost again. Hellebuck in the net. He don't want to be in Winnipeg, man. He's got to be on the trading block. Whatever. Bye.
Here's another one here.
Hey, it's the loud guy. Little disappointed in Hellebuck his first game back, but I'm not surprised. Even though he had a whole team of better players playing against him in the Olympics, he can't seem to stop a puck to help us win a game. What is going on with this guy? Wow. He's got to do better. I know you can't just blame it all on the goalie, but I mean, we won the game before without him. Now he's in net and we're losing.
Was that the game we won, the one without him?
Yeah,
oh,
first
boy.
game of the road trip. But I'll be honest, it wasn't just him in these 2 overtime losses.
I assume
there was some malfunction at the junction.
I assume those calls were from Friday's loss to the Ducks because he only gave up 2 last night. Those had to be from the 5-4 Friday overtime.
Right.
Yeah, there was some meme going on around a few people commenting how he gave up 5 goals at the Olympics and 5 in one night on his return.
That's right.
There's no win. There's no win if you're Connor Hellebuck right now.
Well, and you got to look at the team around him at the Olympics. There were 6 superstar defensemen on that American team. Yeah, that's an all-star team. So.
There's just something lacking with this team overall right now, and I mean the pressure's on. You mentioned it in sports, 8-game homestand, and even Coach Arneal said after yesterday they got to do it at home. I mean they're running out of time here.
Yes, got to get going. Okay, let's wrap with this. This is this is a hooligan and a theme we get every now and then on the bone phone about these kids today.
When I used to work afternoons, I would have time to do a few neighbors' property, front and back, the back lane, their walkway.
Snow clearing.
And a woman on my street, single mother. She has 2 daughters, around the same age as my son, 20, 18, and 19 years old. And now that I work days, I don't have time. But anyways, today's young adults, so their daughters have boyfriends. And it's like a bed and breakfast at her house. They stay the night and she feeds them, this and that. And they don't shovel her property. She does it. Today's generation is like no common sense, lack of respect. I mean, she feeds them all the time. They spend the nights there all the time. And they can't shovel the walkway. Man, if that was my household, I'd lay the boom down and say, get your ass out there right now.
Would you though?
And start shoveling.
Would you really? You've got daughters with boyfriends, and you're going to be in the kitchen yelling at them to go shovel? I don't know.
Can you imagine being those boyfriends in his house? I'd be terrified.
I'm guessing right now that the world is happy that Hooligan has a son and
Yes.
not a daughter.
The Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
As mentioned, lots of comments on the Boston Pizza text line, as we always do, pertaining to the bone phone calls we just ran. This one from Melissa. Never mind those boyfriends shoveling the snow. Those daughters should be out there doing it. If they live at home, they should be contributing.
Fair?
Fair point, yeah.
Well said. Joe, do you want to tackle the oil change call? Because you were attempting to nail it as an amateur mechanic. You gave your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I did. This from a mechanic. For the oil change thing, yes, 10,000 to 15,000 clicks is right, depending on drive style, city drive, or, highway driving.
And this was someone asking about synthetic oil, how
Yeah.
often to change as opposed to the
Then there
other
was-
type. I don't know my oils.
Josh the Tool says he's a professional mechanic, and every 5,000 clicks, he does his oil change, and he's got that old Jetta going to 534,000 clicks and counting.
Every 5,000. Wow.
Yeah.
That's on another level.
My grandpa had a Jetta, and I want to say it was up around 250,000 K. Like some of those vehicles, man, they just go. What? How many K on your vehicle, Vicki?
Oh gosh.
Are you up over 150, 200,000?
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
it's an
around
older-
there over. Yeah, 2013. Yeah.
Good
I'll
for
have to
you.
Check.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then got this one here about trains, because we had a complaint about a long train at a crossing, saying, let's put an overpass or underpass at Archibald and Marion. And you get a lot of comments that if they do another one in the city, that should be number one.
100%.
Well, according to the Winnipeg Rail relocation study that's happening,
geez.
Phil, that's the study I was talking about. It started in October of 2024. And apparently it'll be wrapped by October 2026. They said it was going to take 2 years to get a good look, and they've got all levels of government involved and yada, yada, yada. So we'll see what happens there. But that one's always been a problem. Another one has been on Shaftesbury there by Sterling Lion because they've got 2 sets of tracks that go each way. And like you mentioned earlier, it's not uncommon in any part of this city where you'll get stuck on a train on both sides. If you're traveling in the same area, you could catch it on both ends.
Yeah, and then Hot Dog Guy, every time the Loud Guy calls the station, Hot Dog Guy reminds us that Loud Guy had 7 slices of pizza at the race of the century.
Oh, yeah.
He did.
He was the face of the century because he was just indulging on pizza.
Oh, man, that was impressive.
The Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
Here's what's trending
With Philly Joe and Vicki.
So the SAG's 2026 Actor Awards were last night. They used to be called the SAG Awards, but they've changed the name. Sinners, The Studio, and The Pit, they were the big winners, just like every other TV movie award season. Some of the highlights, Catherine O'Hara won for her work on The Studio, and Seth Rogen accepted on her behalf.
She really showed that you can be a genius and be kind, and one of those things does not have to come at the expense of the other in any way, shape, or form.
If you want to see the whole speech, and it's worth a watch, it's up on our Facebook page right now. There was also an office reunion for the ladies were presenting together, and Harrison Ford got the Lifetime Achievement Award. He got really teary-eyed, too. Not usually a side we see from that tough guy.
He had one great line, too. He said, there's one rule I follow about marriage, and that is I don't tell my wife what to do. He's married to Callista Flockhart, of course.
Right.
You can probably catch the replay of it on Netflix, which is interesting because, they just keep stuff in the archives there for a bit.
It's not usually an award show that I watch. I usually watch the bigger ones, but I've seen a few moments online that are pretty fun, so check it out. Did you guys ever hear about the horror movie Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Yes.
Oh,
Came
yeah.
out a few years back. I think
Yes.
they even made a sequel to it or whatever.
Saw the trailer. Looks
did
stupid.
it not? Oh, I feel like I was
Disturbingly.
traumatized by seeing that trailer. Those characters should not be seen in that light.
Exactly.
Anyways, the same makers of that movie are doing the same thing with Pinocchio. This one's called Pinocchio Unstrung.
Is he stabbing people with that nose?
Of course he's stabbing people with his nose. The description says he wants to be a real boy so bad, he'll go on a gory, murderous rampage to get there.
What do you do with Geppetto as a character? Eh?
I'm going to make
he's
a
not
prediction.
making it through.
Yeah, he's the first to go.
Yeah.
He has to be one of the first to
sure
go.
he
No
is.
doubt.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
3 days grace. Vicky, I think it was you, if my memory serves me right, that said you cannot wait to see them at Rock and Thunder.
I've never seen them live, and you just forget how many hits they have. Like, man, that's going to be a good show.
They'll be fabulous.
Yeah.
So, well, obviously Motley Crue, and then JJ Wild and Hailstorm. Rock and Thunder, man, July 4th, Princess Auto Stadium. That's going to be so fun. PJV, 92.1 City. It is 7:12.
Don't forget, we have a 92.1 City music survey going on. You can hit the link on our website. Someone's going to win $1,000 just for answering some questions about the music around here. So have your say, and maybe a little pay coming your way.
It's nice to make money off of something that can actually, work in your favor. The
Yeah.
survey.
Most surveys, if you do them, aren't paying $1,000.
That's right. And when you text us about what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, you're not going to make any money off that.
No.
So
Most
it's
of
a
the
good use.
surveys, I end up getting an email. They hook me in by going, this would only take like 30 seconds to a minute. And then you're in there for like 5 minutes. Now they're asking for me, not just the one from 0 to 10. They're asking for some comments.
Yeah, and it's about something uninteresting. Like,
Yeah.
this is about music. It's fun.
Yes.
Do you do, your average survey when they call you?
No.
No, eh? You're
I'm
like, I gotta
usually
go?
out.
You just
Yeah,
hang right
'cause
up? Or do
I
you...
don't know. I'm kind of worried about scams and where is this
Yeah.
going? And I don't know.
I
just
don't
have
answer.
the time.
You just don't answer the
No,
phone?
because now it usually tells you when the call's coming in, if it's unknown or a spam, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of the email ones, like, when you've had something, let's say, done with your vehicle or something like that. They'll
I
give
do
you the
those.
survey. Yeah.
Because the service,
Yes.
they work hard and they rely. They'll tell you, we rely on these surveys. So if you
Yeah.
could do it, I mean, that's okay. I want to get this out there because I think it's an interesting conversation. Motorhead guy, frequent caller to the Bone Phone. We don't get a lot of, I feel like he doesn't text as much as he calls, but he says, Motorhead guy here, Joe should remember what my old Dodge looks like. That sucker has 327,000 miles, not kilometers. Only original body panel is the cab. So the only original body panel is the cab. 327,000 miles.
And
on
I
it.
looked it up. That's over 526,000 kilometers.
Wow.
Crazy. And I'll tell you, that thing still hums pretty good. And it wasn't even the exhaust I heard or anything like that. Or the manifold. Is that the right term? It was Motorhead guy because he's loud.
Yeah.
And he yelled at you, right? You were out
Well, he's going, hey, Joe! Such a good guy. But yes, I've seen that vehicle.
Now, can anyone top that, I wonder?
Yeah, I'd like to know something old, like an old vehicle. What do you got for Ks? Or just something old that you own. Like if it's not a vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, do you own a really old TV?
How much are we pushing it out there? I would like to know.
Yeah.
Well, the old Jetta started us off at, 524,000 kilometers? And you just did the math on the Motorhead
Motorhead
vehicle.
guy has got it beat by just a bit.
Hot Dog Guy says his dad's RAV4. 660,000 kilometers on a RAV4.
Wow.
It's man, that's crazy.
You're
And-
doing your own work at that point, aren't you? Or you have a guy.
Or
who
you got to
right.
have a guy.
That's a lot of
Oh,
K.
boy.
No kidding. The best part is if he's trying to sell it. If he's trying to sell it, what do you charge him?
Someone might buy it just for the novelty of it. That's a
absolutely.
novelty
You
purchase.
brag about it.
Yeah.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
It's Philly, Joe, and Vicky. It's 7:23. Man, we're getting the stories about high kilometers on your vehicle. It's just one of those things. If you go that route, it's because you want to talk about it.
Sure. The Bearded Mechanic, 2003 Ram 1500 with 930,000 kilometers, all original.
He's the guy. He's the bearded mechanic.
When you're a mechanic, that's a point of pride that you can keep a machine running that long, I got to think.
I didn't know we had I know we have a mechanic. Now we have a bearded mechanic on there.
Yeah.
That's something else on this text line, let me tell you.
This one came in too, and this is big rig work here. Last week, I worked on a semi that comes in from time to time, rolled over $1 million, and he sent a picture of the odometer.
That's crazy.
A semi.
I wonder how common that is. I mean, obviously they rack up a lot of kilometers, but I don't know. At some point, is it still safe? I guess they just...
Yeah, well, sure. They keep working on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, I asked for anything you own that is old, like just because it's not just vehicles you want to brag about. Justin the welder says he has a PS3 he got when he was 16. He's 27 now. Still works like a charm.
Hey.
Still works like a... What's your secret, Justin? Because I've got a PS5 that wants to shut off all the time because it gets too hot.
He probably like blows in it.
Well,
that's like the old Super Nintendo.
Probably
the old
not
Nintendo.
playing it as often as you are either.
The Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
Text line. 99 Toyota Camry, 663,000 kilometers, still runs great.
We just got one. I know someone that has a Toyota Matrix with 1.3 million kilometers. I think it's a 2005. Whoa.
Holy
Crazy.
cow. Toyota Matrix.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And even the professor let us know that back in the day, he said that his dad drove with a guy in the 80s that had a semi with over 3.5 million miles on it. So it used to be common, I guess, for semis to have huge mileage.
Wow.
Crazy
wild.
numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is insane. And of course, I steered it into just old stuff that you own, and video games are coming up. And I appreciate the advice I'm getting on my PS5 that's overheating all the time now. Middle of an NHL game, and it's overheating. So it's pissing us off. People telling me I shouldn't have it upright. And we have it upright. The idea with these PS5s is you can put them upright or horizontal.
Right.
We keep ours upright for space, and I guess that's not a good thing.
It's a design flaw.
There's a lot of people getting pissed off at just watching an NHL game, but you're actually doing it via the video
And it's
version.
it's bugging me. And then someone said they have an old school Atari that they've had for years.
Yeah.
The old Atari still works good. We've got old school Xbox. Someone said they had it for years.
What's the oldest piece of technology in your houses?
It used to be a VCR, and
Yeah.
then I gave it to somebody that was using it at the lake because they kept a collection of movies. But
Right. I've got a VCR, I've got a Walkman, I've got a Game Boy.
I have an
you keep
iPod.
that
Yeah,
stuff, eh?
I've got
That's-
it all.
iPod.
iPod, okay.
Yeah, like an Apple iPod with a bunch of music on it. Can't even use it anymore because there's no
no charger?
there's no plugs you can use to plug it into something to use.
Was it a Nano?
Yeah, I had a
the
Nano too.
Nano.
I had the regular size, the old school white classic one.
Is the Nano the little square?
Yeah, the smaller one.
Oh, how convenient was that thing?
Yeah, that was great.
Man, you have a Walkman, though. I've seen it in
Yeah.
here, the yellow Walkman.
Yeah, the yellow sport one.
Now, what
Yeah.
made you think to keep that? Because what a great idea. Did you just
I'm
think
a pack rat. I just can't throw anything away. Does it still work is the question. I should test it out.
you got to fire it up? Do you
Okay,
have
I'll bring it in
tapes?
tomorrow. I've
Bring
got
it in.
tapes.
Put some batteries.
Put some
bring
bangles in there, and let's see if this thing's still running.
All right, because I might buy it. You're not going to sell that now, eh?
You would want to buy that?
I think I want to strap it to my belt and walk around the
Okay.
office with the Walkman
What is
on.
this, Facebook Marketplace? You guys got to meet in a
Yeah,
location?
Make me an offer and don't rob me.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Gabriel Iglesias tickets on the line right now.
Fluffy.
Yeah, Big Fluffy. A lot of big going on today on the show. But
Mm-hmm. Big
yeah,
wreck.
he did very well last time he was here, so I guess he's back on tour.
Tremendous. And we got tickets right now up for grabs.
Almost 40% of people have fallen asleep doing this. Almost 40% of people admit that they've fallen asleep doing this.
Good morning, City. Do you have a guest for us?
Good morning.
Hey.
Is it your work meeting?
Sitting in a meeting is number 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be
Close.
careful. That's a bad look,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's sometimes, especially with our hours, it is tough.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting there and
You're spent by the end of the show. Yeah.
you start to nod a little bit.
We used to work with a guy named Warren, remember? He used to fall asleep in the meetings. We used to call him Snoring Warren. I'm not joking.
Oh, great.
This guy just would, like, out of nowhere.
It happens. 780 City. Hello.
Hi. What about at the dentist?
Not the dentist. No, not on this list anyway. Yeah.
I nod a little. Depending on the work I'm getting done, I can nod a little bit.
That'd be a tough one there.
How can
Having
you sleep
somebody,
with your mouth open like that?
Again, it's just...
That's snoring, Vicky.
It
Man,
depends
I'm
how
so
relaxed
jealous of
you get.
Snoring Warren and all these people who could fall asleep so easily.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, City.
Hi, Philly, can you help me out?
Getting a haircut.
That's number 2.
Whoa,
Okay, we're dancing.
That
we're dancing around it.
hesitation.
Well, I have to
Yeah.
look at the list.
Yeah.
Getting a haircut, number 2. I've almost done that. Fallen asleep and, hey, hold your head up. Like, because, all of a
Have
sudden.
you guys ever been under those big dryers?
No.
Yeah, I guess
no.
guys don't usually go
Isn't that
under
for
there.
a perm?
Perm.
Yeah,
Well, at one
sometimes.
time, yeah.
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 No, I never have. My haircut takes like 20 minutes. The less and
You could
less.
fall asleep under those dryers.
Yeah,
Yes, I
imagine.
bet.
Hi, City.
Good morning. Congrats on the weekend, guys, for the Guns and Hoses, by the way.
Oh, thank
that
was
you.
a lot of
awesome.
fun.
So
Yeah,
fun.
That was great.
That was a lot of fun.
Sure was.
My guess could be driving.
Not driving, no.
That was actually the first thing that
Yeah.
came to my mind, but I was afraid to guess it because 40%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, just you nod a little tiny bit and you're like, whoa, I got
Yep.
to pull over here and either have a nap or get a coffee or some sunflower seeds. Seeds works, by the way. Spits.
Oh, yeah.
I always found
Interesting.
that works for
Keeps
me.
you busy.
Yeah, that's
Cigarettes keep you going,
Smoke.
too.
Number 7
More
red.
expensive option.
Hello, City.
I would like a lifeline if there's still one available.
Yeah, I think we've used 2.
Yeah.
So you got Philly, Vicky, or the text line.
I'm going to try Vicki.
Okay, this is what came to mind for me, getting a massage.
No, I bet you
Okay.
that number would be
Could
higher
be
now,
higher.
too.
Well, that's hard not to fall asleep.
I hate sleeping during
Yeah.
a massage, though, because
Yeah.
you want to be in it and enjoy it.
I'll
right?
tell you, if you're face down, too, by the time you get up, I feel like it's a night in Vegas, like walking out of the casino for the first time, like you see lights
Yeah.
by the time your
Oh,
eyes
yeah.
adjust.
Oh, and my face takes forever to recover from like the donut you have to put your face in. I have lines. I'm like a memory foam mattress.
Yeah. And you got to wake yourself up. Like,
Yeah.
it
Oh, yeah.
takes a few minutes. Woo. So good.
I'm time to give you a clue, okay?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
One lifeline. This is something you would do every day. So almost 40% of people have fallen asleep doing this, but this is something you would do every day.
Okay. Hello, City.
Good morning from PB3 here.
Hey.
Morning.
Four boys.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Good, good.
That's good. What did you say, Dave?
Consulting his lifelines.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and is it first thing in the morning while you're using the loo?
No, but people have fallen asleep on the on the
Yeah.
toilet. I think that number would be higher than 40%, I think, at some point in your life.
I'm
It's
part of
probably
that number,
happened.
Taking a deuce.
Have you guys fallen asleep on the toilet?
I have not.
Yeah,
No,
in
me
the middle
neither.
of the night, I think I have. I've got time just sitting there for a minute thinking about life, and it's like, oh,
that takes some strong core work to
oh
be
yeah,
able to hold yourself
that's what
up.
I'm known for.
All right, poor boy crew. Thanks for calling in.
It's a good answer.
Ah,
Have a
tough
good one.
You too.
Joe says it's something that you do daily.
Daily, yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, City.
Is it eating?
yeah. Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
40% of people have fallen asleep eating, usually dinner. And it's like, you might have had a long day. You're
Yeah.
just sitting there on your own kind of thing, and you start nodding off because, you stop twirling the spaghetti or whatever it
That
might
is
be.
another one I have never
Yeah,
done.
that's never been my problem.
Food is too good and too enjoyable for me.
It happened to me once, believe it or not.
What were you eating?
No, I was at a Christmas function for my late wife, and we had just done like a radio marathon, like at Christmas time, and I had to go to this party, and it was about 6:30 at night, and somebody was up there making a long, long speech, and I was dozing off that I hit the plate. Like my head went down. I felt so bad.
Better than hitting the fork.
Yeah.
That's right. We got a bunch of people were guessing in the shower. Now that would have been my next lifeline
Ooh,
guess.
dangerous.
Because dangerous.
Oof.
But we're just talking about the head. Like, are we talking a full deep
Falling
sleep
asleep.
or just the quick little nod? Right.
Yeah.
That I think you can do that in the shower.
That would work.
Yeah. Who's this?
This is Scott.
Scott, congratulations. Hang on the line, man.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Got a message from a friend of mine, Scott, out in Transcona, and I did see him at Guns N' Hoses over the weekend, and he said, hey, let the organizers know the experience was even better this year than it was last year, and that's saying a lot because it was so fun last year. It was amazing to see the event is growing the way it is. So,
awesome.
yeah.
What a fun time.
How about this for an addition? Vicky Shea up in the stands giving away stuff and shout-outs. We had Mach 10, the band that plays at the Winnipeg Jets game, donate their time to be a part of that on Saturday.
Yeah.
Phil Aubrey behind the WPS bench with a very inspirational speech that took his team to victory. They were down 1-0 in the first period, came on strong.
Yeah.
I'd say the
5-2.
UFFW owned the first period.
Yeah.
I really thought so. And your team came alive in the second and third period. I was a little worried about my team. I didn't hand out very many towels in the first period
geez.
like last year.
They weren't sweating enough.
They weren't sweating enough. Overall, seriously, a great game and some great charities won a lot of money. And it was a lot of intensity on the ice. And then to see these guys after just talking it through and seeing them all smiling for the charities, and it was good.
Again, a very intense game. Like Winnipeg Police Service up against Winnipeg Fire Paramedic. You know you're going to get an intense game. They both want to win, and you hear them both talk like, a lot of fun, great charities. All the kids are here, everything else, but neither one of them want to lose that game.
No,
for sure.
But after the shaking of the hands and everything, it was cool to be on the ice with all these guys who lay it on the line every day at work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Glad to be a part of it.
I got to say, I was giving you guys a hard time because you didn't really have to do much during the game.
Whoa.
But then I came down and I was standing in one of the bench areas.
You saw how hard I was working.
Well, I didn't see that. It was more I smelt the smell I was smelling.
Oh,
and for you guys to have to sit in that, to breathe in the hockey player fumes, I salute you for that.
Fumes is
That's
a good
not
way
easy.
to put it. That's a good way to
I'll
put
tell
it.
you, it wasn't me sweating. I was just standing.
But you're right. There is behind that bench.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're working hard, and there's a smell to their gear.
Yeah.
5-2 win for the police. And I told them right off the hop, right when I walked in the room, their quota for guys in really good shape went up this year for the WPS.
Yeah.
I could tell because every year there's going to be additions and subtractions to both teams.
Yeah.
And they definitely added some younger guys to the WPS team that are in really good shape.
Well, last year, fire and paramedics won.
Yes,
This
they
year,
did.
the cops won.
Yeah.
Next year, holy moly.
Rubber match.
Tiebreaker.
Canada Life Center, yeah.
They're already talking, the fire. They were like,
Of course.
can't wait till
Yeah,
next year,
the
man.
losing team's always talking about the next year.
But thanks for having us. Mike Evans and all the organizers with Guns N' Hoses, and I had a few people mention how much they love the name. Like, that's a great name, Guns N' Hoses.
Just the people donating money, too, like both associations, including like Winnipeg Police Association. We have friends there. We have friends with the United Firefighters Union, too. They made big donations, too. So not only were these guys putting in the time and putting on an event, they kicked in on top of it.
And
Never
how about
Alone Foundation.
Yeah.
Special Olympics Manitoba Project 11.
Right, and when right before I talked to my team, the Heat, the chief came in and talked to them.
Yeah.
So imagine that. That's a lot of pressure for me to go after him.
Yeah.
Like he had them fired up. It was a double speech situation this year, ILO.
Yeah.
And that was obviously key to victory.
And by the way, both of your speeches are up on our social media. So if you're having a hard time getting out of bed on a Monday morning and
we're
you
here.
need that extra kick, go watch those speeches.
It's the stuff of legend.
Yeah.
Vince Lombardi has nothing on Joe and I. I'll tell you what.
The only thing that was missing, and I don't think it
Oh,
was
here
in
we
the
go.
video,
Here we go.
was the like booming music, the inspirational music to score your speeches. So
I
maybe
see.
next year, just to add a little
some
oomph.
production value
Yeah,
in the dressing room.
that's right.
For the
Wow,
speeches.
that would be nice, actually.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at, Vicki. It was a lot of fun. Again, thanks to everybody who came out.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Guess whose birthday it is today? And thank you to Melissa, the official baker of 92.1 City PJV, who pointed this out very early this morning. The one, the only John Bon Jovi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My number one on my wife's quote list.
Sure.
Hit list.
Yeah, big fan. And so is Melissa. She's like, you got to play some JBJ for your wife
64 years old.
and me.
Mm-hmm.
Still looking good. That full head of hair, hey?
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to say, Vicki? That because of that full head of hair, he could probably take me? Is that what?
Yeah.
Like, is that what you're getting at? I don't know.
Pretty much. You will have more to grab onto, though.
That's
so
not really
that's one for you.
Not really the question if he can take you. We know he can take your wife at any given moment.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicki.
The ideal time to change your oil is every blank kilometers. This was a discussion very early this morning, and we believe we got some answers because that was a question on the bone phone.
Synthetic oil, a lot of people were suggesting 6,000 to 7,000 kilometers. By people, I mean people in the trade.
Mm-hmm. And then regular, just
About
5,000.
Or follow your warranty because you don't want to fudge that up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and they'll give you a sticker, like when you go for a lot of these places that change your oil.
Mm-hmm.
You slap it on the inside of the windshield, tells you when to go for how many K you should be at when you get your next oil change.
I don't know if this is right or wrong, and maybe I should pay better attention, but when I get my tires changed, I'll get an oil change.
So
think that's-
twice a year?
Yeah,
is that how
that
many
too
clicks?
few? I don't
I
know.
would say
Depends
more
on your
often.
clicks.
Yeah.
I should probably pay attention.
You do a lot of driving?
Yeah, kind
5,000 clicks adds up pretty fast.
That's true.
I bet you it has to be done more than that, so you should look into that.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
There is a Pinocchio horror movie on the way. This we learned in Scrollin.
Yeah, by the same people who made Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So expect gruesome, Pinocchio. But you know what? The original Pinocchio, already pretty creepy. So they can only make it more so.
Yeah, but it'll be his lies determining who dies, right?
Ooh.
That
Did you
might
just
be in
make
there.
that up?
I did.
That's pretty great.
Well, that's probably what he's going to use to kill people.
Yeah, he just tells them a lie right to their face, and then his nose shoots out into their skull.
Yeah.
Done. We all agree Geppetto's going down. Like, that is like the most obvious thing about that movie.
Yeah.
Somebody said on the text line earlier this morning that Geppetto's the original Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Sure, he
Like,
created him.
Yeah, poor
But
Pinocchio.
he had good intentions. It just, I don't know. He just
pushed
wanted
Pinocchio.
a son, right?
He pushed him too far.
Yeah.
Almost 40% of people have fallen asleep while eating.
Yeah.
Completely useless
Yeah.
question.
Nodding off in front of the food.
That's surprising to me. 40%? That would just never happen to me. So
Me
it's
neither.
weird that.
Could just be a nod off, I guess.
I
You know,
guess.
maybe you're that tired.
Depends on the food, I suppose. If there's a good pizza or some wings or really for me, just about anything in front of me, there's no way I'm sleeping. I'm too busy
Oh, you're
destroying it.
focused.
Yeah.
And
You're
you don't want to
focused
fall
eater.
asleep on some hot cheese. That's
Oh.
gonna maim you bad.
Yeah.
If the roof of my mouth tells me anything.
Mm-hmm. It'll sizzle your face.
Yeah.
There is a lunar eclipse happening overnight. 2:45. Is that what you said, Vicki?
Let me check.
2:45
Hang on.
a.m. I think is what you had said.
Yeah.
I know. I got to know the time because
The
Joe's
peak-
planning a party.
That's right. The peak is 3:50. So that's the important part.
The
But we're not going
invite-
to see a whole eclipse tonight, just a partial one in Manitoba.
The invite says 2:15. Don't come before 2:15. I'll be getting the place ready.
Are we giving away tickets on the show too for that? Or?
No, we're all
just
full.
us, just
I
us
only
three.
have
Private
I only have 2 telescopes set up.
Only 2.
What's the matter with you two?
Amateur hour.
And Vicki still has a Sony Walkman, which she's thinking about selling me. I want to buy it off you.
I'm going to bring it in tomorrow. We'll see if it works first.
If it's functioning,
I don't want to, yeah.
I'll make you an offer.
Okay,
Because
please,
I would
yeah.
love one of those.
If it's Facebook Marketplace, the best thing you could do is make an offer, grind Vicki on the price, and then when you okay a price, say you'll be right over to pick it up, and in 3 days you don't show
That's
up.
right.
That would make sense.
The Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicki, lock it into 92.1 City weekday morning 6 to 10.